Hello and welcome. I'm very excited about today's video because in today's video, I'm going to discuss few options that you can consider to pay off your credit card. And I'm going to tell my favorite at the end, so watch out. And as you see in my debt confession video, I have a lot of credit card debt and the interest rate ranges from 19 to 28%. So there is no definition of high interest credit card rate. It is just that everything is high interest. And if the interest is not managed well, it'll just keeps eating you up. So assessing your own situation and considering what option is best for you is the goal of this video. In my case, if you see, I have a huge problem here. If you haven't watched the episode where I listed down all the minimum payments, please go ahead and watch it. I pay around $2,450 in minimum payments towards the credit cards. And that is a huge amount. The problem is, after paying all this money to the credit cards, I don't have any rotation money for daily spending with me. And I'm struggling for basic needs like grocery or like even sanitary stuff. And this is real, I'm not kidding. There were days where I searched for dollars around my house to buy the bread or the milk or like stuff like that. And almost all of my pay goes towards this credit cards and few other stuff. And based on that problem, I came up with a goal to find a solution. And the solution is I need to have certain rotation money in my hand. This is also called as cash flow. So I want to have some cash flow money in my hand. That is my ultimate goal. And the solution is my path of all these options, considering which option suits me better so that I can select that option and found a solution to reach my goal. And I desperately need a breakthrough. I'm not sure, but I do need. If not, I'm like suffocating. I need a desperate breakthrough. So let's consider a few options that I think. And if you have another options other than this list, let me know. So the first option is I say go ask a family member. I think this is brilliant and an awesome option. If you have a family member that can help you in this situation, please take help. Not only a family member, consider a distant cousin or a close friend who can trust you and lend you some money. That is a 0% interest loan that we are receiving from the family members, which will give you a breathing room, not only from your debt, but also will help you to get back on the feet. Make sure to arrange a payment plan with them before even you take money from them, because sometimes when you just tell them that, hey, I'm going to pay you back, it kinds of like, raises a lot of questions. How, when, I'm not sure. So don't put people in a dilemma. Have a clear conversation saying that I can pay you up to $300 every month till this debt is done. And also when you're saying, don't blindly say that, budget for it, because you need to keep up your promise, because it's a family member. You do not want to start that gossip or like the negative feelings or like, you just don't want to start a bad vibe within the family. So be very clear. And this will also, even if you're not responsible till now and have accrued a lot of debt, starting there's a point where you turn back, and this point it will also give them confidence in you. And anyway, they're trying to help you, so just set everything clearly. So my family members are doing good for themselves, but they do not have access to come and support me or to give me or get me out of the situation. So but if this is an option for you, please, this is an awesome option. Put your ego aside, put your stuff, and try reaching out to people and ask for help. And if they don't, that's fine. In your mind, be prepared saying that, alas, but I'm ready for a no. That's okay. So keep telling yourself that and go ahead and consider this option. And then option 2, go get a new card. This is a good strategy. Applying for a new card, what it does is you apply for a new card and then you take the money out of that card and pay off one of your high interest credit card. So what it does is it resets your interest rate to 0. So of course you have to, this is also called balance transfer, and of course you have to pay a minimum balance transfer fee. on the credit cards like this, but consider this option if it is an option for you. But in my case, I'm so much in debt and my credit is so bad that even if I apply for credit cards now, there'll be just hard checks on my credit, but I will not be able to get a credit card with a balance transfer. I can tell you for sure that this is not an option for me. $85,000 in debt with 100% utilization, and probably a couple of cards have more than 100% utilization, and the credit card companies will not give me a card. That's for sure. The only good thing about my credit right now, I can tell you confidently, is my payments are 100% on time. And that's the only good part. Other than that, remaining looking at other factors and other points, they will not issue a new credit card to me. But do not take my situation. In your situation, you need to assess if you are and will be able to get a card. And also, there is a strategy where you can apply to cards in a certain way that probably you can take it as one hard hit instead of like multiple hard hits. And I will do episode on it in future. But if this is an option, please consider this. It's not a bad option. Your interest rate can be reset to 0 and you'll be fine. Option number 3. This is probably one of the most favorites in the industry. Take a HELOC. This option is so popular that I know why, because I already have a HELOC, so I know why. Many people, what they do is they take the HELOC to pay off these other loans or credit card debt or what other debt they have. And then some people also take a HELOC loan to make investments, to buy properties, to do other stuff. Some people just take it and invest in the stock market. That is like, a line of credit that keeps revolving. But in my case, I already have a HELOC and I'm paying a good chunk of money on it. I haven't disclosed the payments I'm paying on my private loan and the HELOC, correct? But yes, I do have a HELOC and I'm making a good payment on that one. So that's a completely different beast, which I will handle it gradually. But for now, if you have an option to take a HELOC and pay off this, that will saves you a lot of stress. So please consider that option. And option 4, probably one of my favorite things that I have been doing for years. It is take a 401k loan. For years, this has been my favorite option and there are no questions asked about it. I have done this multiple times and this is my only lifeline. That's how I feel. I've done this multiple times and it saved me from a lot of trouble. It is not the best because you're cutting down your retirement, but it is the only option that I have. Currently, I do have a 401k loan. I know I ran everything to the ground. Everything is like completely exhausted. So probably you'll be like, ugh, what's happening? But yes, I do have a 401k loan. Hey, listen, I have a good news for you guys and it's very positive. The thing is, I have only 2 more payments to do on that. Once I make 2 more payments, hooray, I will be so done with that. And I'm holding my horses tight and I'm like really sitting tight to get it paid off. Once it is paid off, I will have some wiggle room and I will be able to do something. Okay. But before that, these retirement companies who give out this 401k loan, even though if it is through your employer, they have certain rules with your employer. I don't know. I think they set the rules together. Anyway, so the certain rules. And in my case, I have a 401k loan and I can take out only one 401k loan. I cannot have multiple of them. And the interest rate on this is like a lot cheaper than my credit card. If the interest rate on your 401k and your credit card is same, then it doesn't make any sense to take out a 401k loan to pay off a credit card debt. But in my case, I have my 401k gives out a loan at 10%, while my credit cards are at 19, 24, 27, and 28%. So I'm going to document this process in depth when I am doing that. And if you are someone who has a 401k and can leverage that to pay off your credit card debt, I think we can do it off. But let me not fool you by saying something that we are paying off the debt, because I'm not paying off any debt. We are just moving money from one to the other to get that wiggle room. The strategy here we are trying to implement is we are trying to reset the interest rate to zero so that we are not paying more on the interest. So these are the options that I have. And what are the options you're looking to get a breakthrough? Are there any options? Hey, no harm in assessing all of them and seeing what works for you. Are there any other legal options you guys think that I have missed? Just let me know. And what is your story? Tell me how much debt and what is your strategy to pay it off. And before I let you go, if you find this video useful, please like, share, and subscribe. Take care, guys.